Oh, hey there. How are you doing, Bromigo? Today. Oh, hey there. How are you doing, broski? I'm really sorry about that intro. Welcome to this video. I will show you how to play Never Enough by Rex Orange County. This song was requested by all these people. Thank you all so much for your comments. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to play all the parts of the song as I usually do. I will first show you the chords, then explain the strumming pattern a bit, and then I will also show you the solo of the intro and also the solo in the middle of the song, and also the small riff that's played in between those two. And I will also explain then the solo in a bit more detail and explain some of the bends that I use, because he uses quite a lot of bends in this song with the solo. So that's really that. I want to give a huge thank you to Ross for his donation to my PayPal. Thank you so much for your support in this way. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and also subscribe if you like. I'm almost at 60,000 subscribers, which I'm really happy about. So subscribe, and you can also leave a song suggestion in the comments, but don't forget to subscribe first. And that's really everything I wanted to say so far. Now we can get into the song. So before we get into the song is just in standard tuning, there's no capo. I do advise you to add quite some gain or drive or overdrive or something that makes it sound a bit rocky, because that's what he's using. So if you have anything like gain or distortion, words like those, if you have them on your amp or on a pedal, just drive them a bit up and then you'll get the same sound sort of. So that's how to play the song. It might look a bit more difficult than this strumming pattern, especially because you quite have a lot of space to try out different things. Sometimes there's only a piano and a bass playing, or a synthesizer and a bass playing, and then you can play around to what you're playing because you don't have a fixed strumming pattern. But I will show you the fixed strumming patterns, let's say, but you can still play around with those as well. So in the beginning is this. You have to switch between up and down strokes, and you're just trying to stay a bit in that rhythm of. This is actually the rhythm that he's doing with each note, so. Something like that, so that's the strumming pattern. I don't think it's exactly the same, but it's very close, and he's actually really doing the same strumming pattern for each note, so. Like that. That's really the strumming pattern of the intro. Yeah, then from the verses, it's really a bass and the synthesizer playing, so you can play around with what you're doing. You can just do single strums, and then, or you can do a bit of finger picking. That's totally up to you. There's really nothing fixed to that, but I tend to do single strums and a bit of finger picking in between, so like this. And I'm really doing just random notes, or really the bottom 3 strings, but yeah, you can totally try out what works best for you. Then in the pre-chorus, the part that says "but years from now," which goes like this. There's really also just single strums mostly. The timing of that might be a bit tricky, but just play it slowly and you will get the hang of it. And for this part, it's also single strums. So on that part, there's also mainly single strums, but also a bit of picking in between, especially with the C minor 7 and the D, so like this. I tend to play the bottom 3 strings, and then there I play the D, G and the B string, so. Something like that. You can play around with that as well. I don't think it's really fixed or anything. And then he plays the B7. And you can also hear this very silently. He's also playing this note separately after he plays the B7, so like this. So yeah, you can do that as well if you like. Then when we go to the chorus, which is really the most distinguishable strumming pattern, it's where he sings "Never Enough." It's the chorus. It goes like this. That part as you just have heard. In the beginning, the E note, you really have to do only downstroke, so it's quite a punky way of playing the chord. It's like that, so. But then quite quickly, so. So that's a bit quick, but yeah, you'll get the hang of that, and then it's something like that. He switches it up a bit, but it's basically in this rhythm. It goes. And that's basically for every chord, so also for the D7. Only for the E, it's in the beginning is different. So, but I will do it slowly. Something like that, so. Like that, and that's for each chord. So I will do it slowly the whole chorus now. when he's playing this F major 7 at the end, it's a different strumming pattern, but it's just more strums really, so. But yeah, as you notice, I'm saying the whole time sort of almost, it's because he uses quite a bit of distortion on this guitar, so it's quite difficult to hear what the exact strumming pattern is. It isn't that distinguishable to hear because of this distortion. You have quite a bit of noise going on, so the exact strums aren't that well hearable for when you were playing like this. It would sound a lot different, so that's nice about the song as well, that you can play around with it. But yeah, the rhythm that I'm showing you of the strumming pattern is the same, so it's in this feel really. Then you have this in between part, this small bridge you could say, that goes like this. I will do it slowly, the strumming pattern. Like that. A very Rex Orange County way of playing the B7, by the way. So yeah, that's that. Really. And for the other parts that I'm not really explaining in detail, the strumming pattern, it's that there's only a piano playing or a synthesizer in the bass, so you can choose the strumming pattern yourself really. Okay, so that's really everything I wanted to say about the chords, I think. I will show you how to play the intro solo first. So that's how to play the intro solo. It's not too difficult, only the bend might be a bit tricky and the slide, so you have to. So you start here and then you slide it, so you only hit the string once. And then it goes. Which might be a bit of a weird part. He's bending the string really downwards, I think. You can also do it upwards. It's the same effect, but I don't know, it's the same sound almost, but I do it bending downwards. I think he's doing as well, but I'm not sure, but he's doing. You have to hit the string and then bend it downwards. And he's not even really reaching this 8 because it says 7B8, and that 8 really means that you're bending it to make it sound like the 8th fret really, so that should mean that it sounds like this. As you can hear, you're really trying to reach that sound, but I think he isn't really reaching that. He's really making it a quite nasty bend, so it's really in between the 7th and the 8th fret. So you just have to bend it downwards a little. So only hit it 2 or 3 times, so. And then. That's not too difficult, but the bends, yeah, he does it a couple of times in the song, also in the solo that I will show you in a couple of seconds. Okay, yeah, that's really everything I wanted to say about the intro solo. Again, play it slowly first and you will get the hang of it. Now there's this in between part that I just showed you as well, that goes like this. There's a small solo, a small riff played there. I will show you how to play that. Yeah, that's how to play that riff. It's really not too difficult. You have the slide from the 11th to the 9th fret, but it's not too difficult. So you can also play this 9th fret instead of sliding it, but yeah, it goes like that. Now that's the in between part riff mini solo. Now I will show you how to play the main solo really of the song, that's in the middle or the end of the song, you could say. So that's how to play the solo. It isn't too difficult except for the bends, which might be a bit difficult, so I will explain those in a bit more detail. I will work slowly towards that part. At the beginning goes like this, as you could just hear. It's nice if you do a bit of vibrato on some of these notes. So again, he just has bent downwards, I think could also be upwards, but also downwards, whatever suits you the best. And now he is really reaching this note. So you know that you're doing the bend right if you really reaching the same note as the 19th fret on the D string. And it's not that necessary to do it exactly like that, because as I said, some of these bends aren't really hitting the note that they should hit, but that's probably not an accident, probably to give it a bit of this more nasty touch, or more dissonant touch, you could say, more of a blue note. And then, yeah, so that's that part, and it goes. Now the bends are upwards and maybe a bit more tricky. The first one tries to reach the 19th fret, so it's a less big of a bend. So, and to the 20th fret, you should bend a bit higher to reach that note. So first you're reaching this one, and then you're reaching this one. So, as you can hear, it's quite difficult to do it just without the song and by ear, but yeah, you will get the hang of it if you play it along with the song. If you play along with the song, and again play it in a slower speed, because it just goes really fast. That's why it might sound a bit weird, and also because it uses quite a bit of distortion, it's also maybe a bit difficult to hear. As the tabs are shown, I think that's how he plays it. So yeah, play around with that. I will do it slowly, the second part again. And then this at this third part of the solo, again you have this bend downwards, so again it's nice to do a bit of vibrato in between. But yeah, that's how to play the solo. I really hope everything was clear, and I'm saying this for the 100th time in each video. Play the song slowly first, and you will get the hang of it. That's my word. I have my word on that, if that's an English expression. So that's how to play the song. I really hope everything was clear. Thank you so much for watching so far, and I really hope to see you the next time.